what is the condition that I'm going to take here is uh, the condition is going to become true or false. The condition is true. What will happen? The statements are going to be executed. The condition is false. The statements are not going to be executed. Right? Everybody? So the same, now you are able to see, right? Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same while condition that I have taken here can also be written like this: while condition semicolon. Okay. While condition semicolon. Here what happens is just what I am doing is here I have written the statements block. Here I have written the block for the statements. But here I am not writing any block for the statements. So what will happen is if there are no block written, nothing is written. So the same line is going to be repeated again and again without any statement. That is the meaning of this. So this is what I am going to use in semaphores. Clear? Okay. Now see here. I'm going to write a function for wait and I'm going to write a function for signal. Okay. Both the things I'm going to write. So function for wait I'm going to write first. First I'm going to write the function for wait. The function for wait is nothing but I've written the function for wait here. And the function for signal I have written here. I'll explain these two things. I've taken a function wait and the parameters I've taken the value of s. Now the coding for the function will be like this. While s less than or equal to 0, I've taken semicolon. That is, I'm using this kind of while loop. I'm using a while loop which is of this category. I'm using a while loop which is of this category. Okay. So while s less than or equal to 0. That is, here what is happening is the condition is true. This statement is going to be repeated again and again. If the statement is false, then we'll come to the next line. Okay. So let us assume that the value of s as 1 in the beginning. In the beginning, let us assume the value of s as 1. So when the value of s is 1, what we are doing over here is when the value of s I have taken as 1, what I am doing here is wait of s. So s value becomes 1. When s value becomes 1, it will come inside while loop. While 1 less than or equal to 0. Is 1 less than or equal to 0? Condition becomes false. So when condition becomes false, what is going to happen is it will directly come to the next line. It will directly come to the next line. Then s is equal to s minus 1. So 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, it will become 0. So s value becomes 0 with this condition. So s value which was 1 is now going to become 0. S value which was 1 is now going to become 0.
Yes.
Right? Now same thing. We'll see for the function signal. Let us assume s value is 0 now. I'm calling a function signal with s value. So s value is now 0. So when s value is 0, I'm saying s is equal to s plus 1. So 0 plus 1? 1. So here I'm decrementing. In the weight I'm decrementing. In signal I'm incrementing. Just remember this concept. When I call a weight function, s value will be decremented. When I call a signal function, s value will be incremented. And only condition is s value must be greater than 0 in weight. Follow these two functions.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is able to follow these two functions. Esma? Yes? No? All are able to follow it, right? Chandu, Ashwant, Kavya,
Yes, sir.
Prashant, Lasya, Nicholson. Did everybody follow it? All are able to follow it, right? Okay, now. So remember, weight function means S value is minus. Signal function means S value is increment. Clear? Now, I'll continue with this. Now, apart from this, we'll come back to the program. Now, I'll take something like critical section. I'll take something like critical section. So, let us assume that one minute. Let us assume that this is a critical section. Okay, let us assume this is a critical section of a computer. Okay, now in this critical section, if you remember, I have shown a video of a hotel. I've shown a video of a hotel. Remember that? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
How many chairs were there?
5.
4.
And four chairs.
4 chairs were there, and when 4 people have occupied, 5th person is waiting. We'll take the same example. Okay, so let us assume that I'm having 4 chairs. First, second, third, fourth. Okay, so I'm having 4 chairs. That is, 4 things can be executed in a critical section. Okay, now next thing. When 4 chairs are executing, I'll take 2 more variables. Initially I've taken a variable S. Then I'll take 2 more variables. Initially, S value is 1. Screen is visible, right, for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible. Initially, I've taken S value as 1. Okay. Then I'm going to take one more variable E. E is equal to what is the maximum number of things can be executed? 4.
4.
Okay. So E is 4. Then I'll take one more variable F. Okay. F is equal to 0. I've taken. I'll tell you why I've taken this. Here, how many processes can be executed at a time? 4 processes. So that is why I've taken the value as 4. Then I've taken F value as 1. Now, suppose a first process has come. First process has come to execute. Then what I'll do is I'll call the function wait. I'll call the function wait and send the value of S. So what will happen here? Okay. What will happen here is S value is initially 1. Okay. Before that, I'll explain you one more concept here. Just a simple concept I'll explain. If you come back to initial things, the critical section problem was something like this. It was having something like do loop, then entry, sorry, do, entry, then here critical section was executed, then exit, followed by remainder, followed by closing of things with while. Remember this was a thing that we have seen in critical section. How the critical section will be. First it will be first we will be having entries things, followed by execution of the critical section code and exit. In critical section, initially we have seen this program. Remember this, anybody?
sir.
Remember this? Now, here for entry part, okay, the alternative for entry part is take it as wait. The alternative for entry part is take it as wait. Okay. The alternative for exit part, that is while exiting, it will give a signal. Okay. The entry will be called with a function wait. Exit will be called with a function signal. Remember this one. Okay. Entry means it will enter with a function by calling a function wait. Exit means while exiting it will call a function signal. Okay. Follow till here. Everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have got a process to be executed. So I'll modify the same program. So do, then I'll call the function wait and I'll send the value of s. Then the code is going to be executed. The statements or processing is done. After processing, it will call the function signal and again send the value of s. Then it will exit, sorry, it will give a remainder and come out of the while loop. Now the process has come into this program. When the process has come into this program, first what it will do is, it will call the function wait. Wait of s. What is s value initially? What is the value of s?
1.
1. So is s value going to be incremented or decremented in wait?
Decremented.
Decremented. So s value is decremented to 0. Then the processing will take place of that processor. Once it has completed, again it will come back to the signal function. Now s value is 0. When it is calling a signal function, is the value s of s value is incremented or decremented here?
Decremented.
Incremented. So again s value becomes 1. Then it will come out of the while loop. So this is how the program is going to execute in the critical section using the function wait and signal.